Damn, it feels good to be a gangster. We're recording? Okay, good. Took my last final today. I am done for the school year. Then I went to Little Caesars, got the new pretzel pizza. It's not really new, but I haven't had it in several years. And I always really, really liked it. Got the pretzel pizza, ate the entire thing in one sitting. It's not a joke. I ate the entire thing in one sitting. Just was a little terrifying. I might do it again tomorrow. But then once I was done with that, why is that open? Except for this shirt on my bed, which I forgot to put on. My room is completely clean. I cleaned it top to bottom, man. Cleaned the bathroom, got that organized, wiped down the mirror, bathtub, toilet, sink, floor, swept, vacuumed. Made sure to scrub the trim on the floor, that stuff on the floor, the trim. I just spilled vinegar in here. I'm just gonna smell like shit for a while. I actually don't mind the smell of vinegar anymore. But did that, and then I came out here and cleaned and vacuumed and got all the crevices and all the nooks and crannies I've been meaning to get for a while. And that's right, my clothes are done, so I need to roll over my laundry. Reorganized my cords and my shelves and all the stuff you can't see, and I'm not going to show you. And it's all done. It took me a couple hours. But now I don't have to worry about it for the rest of spring break, and probably for a good chunk into the next semester as well, because I'm not going to be here for most of spring break, for summer break. You know what? This is really hurting my eyes. Wow, that was a big difference. Is that on the lowest setting? Yeah, it's the lowest setting. I feel like move it farther away. Put it over here. That's doable, right? It's not that long of a cord, but hopefully it'll... Yeah, at least it's not directly into my eyeball. Hey, you know what? I can just try it. You know what? We're going to mess with this on camera because this is the quality production that we expect from Amiibo Doctor. I don't even remember how I set this up last time. Ouch. There we go. And then... There. Get a nice warm setting. That way I look like I actually have skin instead of whatever this is. Look like a pale demon or something. Worse. A Redditor. Anyway. Yeah, today's final I actually feel really good about. It's the only final that I really feel like I did well on. We got 50 true or false questions, which is really odd for a law school exam. Like, there's some multiple choice, but never true or false. Like, that's just... And I just... zipped right through those, man. I knew them. I knew all of them, except for number 49, but number 50, I mean. But anyway, then I took the spent the next 2.5 hours answering 8 questions. It was a lot of questions. You'd think 8 is not a lot, but it's a lot of questions on a law exam. So, yeah. And anyway, after I cleaned, I played Pokemon Red. I have this game of Pokemon Red on my phone. I've actually been playing it off and on since about a year ago, last summer at least, when I picked my grandmother up from the airport. May she rest in peace. It was like early June, I think. And I knew it was going to be about a 45-minute wait. So, and I was the only one at the airport. There's nobody to talk to. So I just I already had a ROM of Pokemon Red on my phone, and I paid for like John GBC and John GBA like 5 years ago, back when they were like $3 each. They might still be, I don't know. And so I keep those on my phone because they're perfectly functional emulators. So I keep those and picked Bulbasaur, and I just got through Fuchsia City. I beat the gym and I got what I needed to out of the Safari Zone. So that's surf and strength. And so now I'm at a crossroads. Like, I need to go back and get the bike because I actually never got the bike. I never bothered. I play it on fast forward, twice speed, so it's like I'm using the bike all the time anyway. But I need to go back and get the bike so I can go to Cycling Road. My team right now, we're in like high 30s. I have Venusaur, Vaporeon, Graveler, Hypno, and I'm trying to pick up Snorlax, and I'll probably pick up Zapdos, and that'll be my team. I could go Mewtwo. I don't really want to go Mewtwo because he's so broken. It just kind of destroys the fun. Or the challenge, rather. Problem is, the first Snorlax I ran across... Oh, got a cowlick. First Snorlax I ran across, I accidentally killed. So, I have one other one. So if I can't get Snorlax, I don't know what I'm going to replace him with. Tempted to do like Tauros, but I gallivanted around the Safari Zone for a while and couldn't find him. So... But I really hate having duplicate typings on my team. So while it would be perfectly reasonable for me to have like Starmie or something in that last slot if I can't get Snorlax, I already have a water type and already have a psychic type. So why would I need Starmie, right? Even though Starmie's great on his own. And I don't know, maybe I go the rest of the game just with the 4 I have now and not Snorlax, and I pick up Zapdos because I need someone who can learn Fly. And then, call it good. Who knows, right? Who knows? But, anyway. I listened to the song Damn It Feels Good to Be a Gangsta a lot today. Because damn, it feels good to be a gangsta. Got my shit done. I'm on top of the fucking world. Top of the world, baby. And law school's out. I got 2.5 weeks to do whatever the hell I want to. You know? Feels good to be a gangsta. So... I don't really have much to talk about tonight. Tomorrow I'm actually going to go back up to campus. I've been at this law school for 2 years. I've like never fully explored the campus. It's a big campus. It's a very, very large campus. But I've never really like explored it much. So I'm gonna go explore it a bit tomorrow. I legitimately don't know where 2/3 of the things are on campus. Like I just have no idea. So I'm gonna go explore that. Because I really like college campuses. I really like universities. I don't really like the people on them that much. They're usually professors, and professors are usually liberals. Damn liberals. But, you know, I need a haircut. It's true. I'm getting that roundness in the side that just does not look good. Get that round helmet head haircut. The good news is I'm not going to be seeing anybody for like 5 days. Next Monday I have to head home for the day. Probably Sunday night and then Monday. Got to get fingerprinted by local law enforcement so I can intern. And I'll stop by my barber in that town because I have a barber in this town and I have a barber in the next town over and then I have a barber in that town. Because I just can't stop collecting people. Don't know why. Just keeps happening, you know? So, website's kicking ass, as always. Setting new viewership records. It is... I don't think we've had a day where we pulled less than 30... Probably 3,300, but really 3,500 views in a month and a half. I mean, it's just up and up and up and up and up, baby. I mean, it really is. And that's good. The training guides that my fans write really contributes. They don't directly contribute in terms of viewership on that guide itself. You know, most training guides get a couple hundred hits a year, which makes like 50 cents of ad revenue. So I lose money. I've lost money on every single Amiibo training guide I've ever paid for. And that's fine. I don't care. But they add to the site overall. Well, that's really what I care about. Because for as wildly successful as the Amiibo Doctor YouTube channel has been, the website is actually like 4 times more successful in terms of viewership. Yeah. It really is. Granted, most interest in Amiibo training is on YouTube, not really on the broader open internet, and that's fine. That's whatevs. But yeah, website's doing great. And happy about that, man. I don't really make a lot of money from it anyway, which is fine. Don't get me wrong. I'd like to make a lot of money from it. But it's not really why I do it. So the money I get from it just keeps the lights running. Like this one. This one right there. Why is my elbow dry? Why is my elbow feels really dry? See, does that look dry to you? No? Okay. Once I'm done walking around campus, I need to call the DMV. And then I need to call the bar association. Yeah. That'll be fun. I got it. So a lot of my law school friends are older than I am. Because I went from undergrad straight to law school. And they didn't. Most of those guys and girls went to undergrad and then worked a couple years, then went to law school once they were like, this kind of sucks, you know. And so these guys are older than I am, right? So I have a friend, he's like 30. And he was a kid when Pokemon exploded onto the scene. My throat's killing me. The other day I bought... It was like $1. It's literally $1. A base set Onix card. Onix is like his top 3 favorite Pokemon. I bought him a base set Onix card. And I'm going to give that to him tomorrow. Just to say thank you, you know? Thank you for being a friend. What is that? The Golden Girls? Is that? I never actually watched that show. Never really. I always thought Betty White was horribly, horribly overrated. Not a very good actor. She was just funny because, haha, she's elderly. It's like, okay, so what? you know? Betty White was just lame. So many things in so many celebrities especially are just hugely overrated. They have no real talent. And even if they did, who cares? But that's just me. I'm not overrated. I am very adequately rated. Nobody thinks highly of amiibo doctoring, and nobody watches my shit. So I am on the level. It's all good, all squared away. So I was thinking about what could I do for a YouTube short. I have a secret project that I've been working on. You're not going to learn about it probably for months, maybe years. Um, but I was thinking, like, okay, if I'm going to do a YouTube short on this, on XYZ topic, how do I do that? And it's not like, oh, how do you post a YouTube short? Like, oh, well, you just upload a vertical video and tag hashtag shorts in the description, and then YouTube will make sure that it's listed as. That's not what I'm thinking. I'm thinking of, like, what do I want the first 3 seconds to look like? What's the title gonna be? What's the thumbnail gonna be? Except YouTube Shorts doesn't let you pick a thumbnail right now because fuck YouTube. And then what do I want? How do I want to segment the video? What kind of font do I use? What kind of color scheme do I want to use? Do I do a voiceover? What kind of B-roll footage? Like, all of that just immediately is my very first question. And anyway, because it's like when you get familiar enough with videos, you stop seeing them as, like, you start categorizing them, right? And you categorize them based on the overall aesthetic. So if you have a YouTube short like what I do on Amiibo Doctor, you take my most popular video that I've ever made. There's an Amiibo Meta question mark. That's short, 184,000 views as of tonight. And you look at that, and it's like, okay, well, it's B-roll footage of a game, but it's also highly informative, right? And the reason that short is so successful, despite being on such a ridiculously niche topic, aside from other smaller tricks that I put in, especially in the first 5 seconds, see if you can spot them all, is the fact that it's a cross between two common aesthetics of shorts, right? So many YouTube shorts have something going on, and then there's just, like, B-roll footage of some random crap going in the background. It's like, okay, cool, whatever, right? Like, a lot of YouTube videos do that too, especially with, like, the Pokemon Showdown videos, where they'll just be like some guy talking about, like, Pikachu used Thunderbolt, but he gets PP stalled by Chansey, but with the rest and it's just some random fucking match where Pikachu is there and there's Chansey and that's it, right? And so take that aesthetic, that B-roll footage where the action is, and then I, like, densely pack in information, like, densely pack in information, right? And you'll notice, especially on that one, there is a ton of text. Like, there's probably more text in that one YouTube short than there is in, like, 2 minutes of any video I've ever made, because it's just so dense, right? People keep reading, right? And so that's the information dense short. This isn't at the right angle. I need to adjust this a little bit lower. There we go. And so people who prefer one aesthetic or the other get both, right? And then that keeps them interested. So anyway, well, 20 minutes. I suppose I should crash. It's 10:45. But then again, I'm not waking up for anything particularly early. My alarm is set for 6:30 in the morning. Gonna get up, go hit the treadmill for an hour, shower, probably put together a YouTube short. Well, no, I think I'll work on my secret projects instead. Anyway, toodles. Might upload this tomorrow, actually. It's kind of late.